Oh, let's do this.
All right, we're on.
All right, I'd like to go ahead and open up the Warrenton Board of Alderman meeting for Tuesday, May 20th, 2025. If everyone would please rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance with us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, next up on the agenda is military banners. Who do I turn that over to?
You guys? Yeah, sure. Come on up. So I'm from the Daughters of the American Revolution, and this year celebrates the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And we have in this county buried 11 Revolutionary War veterans, and this is them that are on the wall here. You probably recognize some of the names, I would hope.
Yes.
If you're not, I'll come to my house and you can have a lesson. And we would like to have those put up on the polls for the county to see and for people to reflect on the fact that those men were here. And they also fought in the War of 1812, which took place right out here between, or part of the battles took place out here between Warrenton and Wentzville. So the guys are well known and have a lot of family still here.
And what is your name, please?
I'm Gloria Rodale. I'm
Gloria.
registrar at the Thomas Kennedy chapter here in town.
Well, this is awesome.
Thank you, Gloria.
Thank you.
That's
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Before you sit down, if you guys would all like to get up there next to the banners, we have in front his camera, and he can take a picture for you. So you guys all just stand right over there.
This is part of a national project, by the way. All across the nation this year, all cities are doing different things for the 250th anniversary. This was our contribution to that program that they're doing. So we're kind of proud of this, and we have to report this to our national headquarters in Washington, D.C., and then they in turn report that to the Smithsonian.
That's wonderful.
This is
Are any of
awesome.
these people buried in Warrenton?
Yes, they're all in Warren County.
They're all in Warren County, okay.
Yeah, there's more in Montgomery
Like
and
Rodeo.
Lincoln County, but that doesn't apply here.
All right, you all ready?
Sure.
If you want to look here for me, please. Yep.
Ladies, thank you again for doing this. It's important. Thank you.
Questions about?
One more question. I'm a member of the Tribute to Veterans Memorial.
Right.
Have you thought about purchasing a remembrance block for any of these?
Actually, for each of these, we have one for Thomas Kennedy because he had, he had a fort outside of town here.
Okay,
And so his block is there, and one for the chapter is there.
Okay.
At the War Memorial.
All
So
right.
yeah, and I was there yesterday for the ride to the wall.
yes, we were there yesterday.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Gloria. So I stumbled upon one, and it was in Montgomery County, down by Mineola, on a farm. And what do you do? When I looked at it, I had to look at it again, and it had Revolutionary War on the very bottom of it, but it was just abandoned. I don't think anybody even knew it was there.
So you want to report that to someone so it's recognized?
Okay.
In every chapter, in every county, there's 104 chapters throughout the state. And if you go to the DAR website, dar.org, you'll be able to locate a chapter in your area. And are we in your area?
Mineola would be
It was
in
Montgomery.
City chapter.
Okay, you need to
Okay.
contact Montgomery
Right.
City, which is Shirley Swearingen.
Yes, Shirley
Is
Swearingen.
the region up there, and they'll go out there, they'll make sure that the grave is marked, and we did backgrounds on every one of these men, so we know that we are aware of their history, so, and their war record, so they would do the same thing for this guy.
Thank you for your guys' dedication, all this.
This is awesome.
It is really awesome.
Thank you.
We're very proud of them.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us
Keeping
tonight.
their memory alive.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The banners will be put up before Memorial Day. Grounds and
great.
maintenance will do that.
All right, very good.
Awesome. All right, consent agenda?
We have the regular meeting minutes from May 6th, and we have a rubber tire mulch bid awarded to AB Creative in the amount of $29,985.85, which is the low bid, and the budget amount is $56,000.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Schultz. Second by Alderman, who we have? Romaker?
I always forget.
My voice got real deep.
Roll call vote?
Alderman Lang?
Yes.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Alderman Quarter is absent. Alderman Waite?
Yes.
Alderman Romaker?
Yes.
It passes 5-0 with one absent. Like, next, public comments. If anyone out in the public has anything they'd like to come up to the podium and speak about, please come on up and state your name. And we'll give you 5 minutes. Thank you.
I don't need 5 minutes. I'm Jane Kelly from Warrenton, Warren County Fragile Homeless. I'm following up to the follow-up to the follow-up. Just wanting to know about recovery home policy. Has there been a review? Has there been any communication with the state? Has there been a meeting? Is there anything you can report back?
Nothing at this time. I don't know if the attorneys have gotten through everything they, because apparently you sent them an email the last time?
I sent it to you, and it was
Brandy?
just dispersed when I did the presentation.
Right, and I think they were looking into that to see exactly what you were asking for. So I don't know.
The question was pretty simple. Will the Warrenton policy be that you will obey the federal and state laws that govern the recovery home, or will you decide to not do that? That's been the 15-year struggle. To me, it was a pretty easy thing, in my opinion, but I respect whatever you decide, but it's been quite a bit of time. I just need to know what I had set it up where if your attorney called that attorney, it should have put everything to rest, because he's who gave me the document, the 6 pages with the lines and I call it chapter and verse, of all the different items that governed a recovery home.
So to answer your question, I have a no answer right now. They have not discussed anything with any of us. So I will follow up with Brandy and the attorney then.
They haven't discussed, right. They're passive, you would be active. So they're not going to call you, they're not going to come see you. It would be up to each city. If you had a question, you would have your attorney call their attorney to clarify anything that you were confused about or whatever. That was how it was presented to me. And so that's how I presented it. And then I come back and you guys said, oh, I can keep coming back as long as I want. I don't want to overstay my 5 minutes. So I'll just come back in another 2 weeks then.
Okay. All right, thank you, Jane. Anyone else? All right. Board of Alderman comments.
I just wanted to mention Memorial Day is coming up, 26th. There will be a ceremony at the Tribute to Veterans Memorial at 11 a.m. Encourage anyone that's interested to come. We have a guest speaker. Happens to be my wife.
I'm going then.
All right, thank you, Alderman Romaker. Anyone else?
I just want to thank everybody that participated in citywide cleanup this weekend. Seemed like we had a pretty good turnout with a lot of people.
I just want to thank the city employees that were out there that day. My goodness. So, thanks to them. All right, anyone else? All right. Next. I guess I should do this appointment? All right. Going to appoint Jim and Marie Jaspering to the Park Board with a term ending June 30th of 2027, and also appoint Melissa Jusping to Planning and Zoning to replace Cheryl Cullum. I will entertain a motion for that.
I'll make a motion to approve your appointments, or the mayor's appointments.
I'll
I'll second it.
Motion made by Alderman Schultz, second by Alderman Lang. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Alderman Waite?
Yes.
Alderman Romaker?
Yes.
Alderman Lang?
Yes. Passes 5-0. Next up, City Administrator Brandy Walters.
Good evening. I have in front of you a bill tonight, and this is for an addendum to our SRO contract with the school. They have requested that we add another officer, not in addition to the 4, but 1 officer for during summer school. And that was not included in the contracts that we previously did. So this is just adding that 1 officer for the summer.
Same as what the school year is.
Correct.
They will do, and it could be doing cost sharing with us for that.
It'll still be the 2/3 cost share, just like everything else. It's just adding to that.
All right. I entertain a motion for the first reading of Bill number 23-25. So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Lang, second by Alderman Romaker.
An ordinance authorizing execution of an addendum and amendment to the School Resource Officer Memorandum of Understanding for 2025.
Take a motion for the second reading of Bill number 23-25.
So moved.
Second. Motion by Alderman Romaker, second by Alderman Lang.
An ordinance authorizing execution of an addendum and amendment to the School Resource Officer Memorandum of Understanding for 2025.
Roll call vote.
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Alderman Waite?
Yes.
Alderman Romaker?
Yes.
Alderman Lang?
Yes.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Passes 5-0, 1 absent. What else?
The only other thing I have for you is our planning and zoning meeting with the board is going to be on June 12th at 5 p.m.
Right here?
Here.
Sounds good.
That's all I have for you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Brandy. Next up, Chief of Police, Larry Ellard.
Evening. The only agenda item I have for you tonight is the monthly report. If I have any questions, I'll use my typical time to plug some upcoming events, if that's all right.
Say, I bet that's not the only thing you got.
Go ahead, Chief.
This Friday is the torch run for Special Olympics. The ceremony will be right out here in the parking lot at about noon. Supposed to be really nice weather. Fred Bird's going to be there, guest speaker, food, all the torch runners, Special Olympians, et cetera, et cetera. On July 19th, there's a Cops and Bobbers Hooks and Ladders Catch and Release Fishing Tournament. I'm sorry, not a tournament, an event at Binkley Woods. Be on Saturday, July 19th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Kids 15 and younger will get to use poles and tackle provided by the Warrenton Police Department and Department of Conservation for some catch and release fishing. And the last item I have for you is we've received a lot of complaints about speeding on Main Street. So just so that everybody knows, we're going to be doing directed traffic enforcement on Main Street. So limit's 20. Everyone needs to slow down.
I don't see how anybody speeds up Main Street. My goodness.
I know, but it's a thing.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
it's a
I
thing.
would be, because I creep up Main Street. So, all right.
Okay, so are you going to try to just have someone just patrolling the area, or you're going to have somebody parked there, like a reserve or something like that, if we do
Yes.
have any?
Yes, yes, and yes.
Yes, yes, and yes.
And I'm letting everyone know now, just slow down on Main Street. I'd rather get voluntary compliance without tickets being written, but
Very good. All right. Any questions? Any other questions for Chief?
Yes, actually more so for Brandy. So I inquired about no Jake braking sign that we used to have down here across from Binkley. So the semis coming down the hill, we're not allowed to.
So we do have, I think that was probably changed out. I don't know the history, but there is a sign at the top of the hill that says says noise ordinance will be enforced.
Right.
And it's at the top of the hill before they start coming down the hill.
Okay, so, and I guess because if they're coming down the hill and they're speeding, obviously you're gonna hear the semis Jake braking coming down the hill. So it's a would be a double win there. So, okay, very good.
Anything else? Good. All right, thanks, Chief. All right, next up, Director of Planning and Development, Tim Burks.
Good evening, everyone. You have a copy of my monthly report. There was 2 new businesses open. Brooks and Young Realty, that actually opened in March. I wasn't on the last report. And El Magre opened on the 19th of April. You have any questions about my report?
Tim, what's the status of the M&K? Did they get their issue resolved?
The steakhouse?
Yes.
I'm not exactly sure where they're at. I know they were in the process of doing construction down there, and I think they started back up. I'm not exactly sure, but I can find out for you.
Very good. All right, what do you have next, Tim?
Hey, first on the agenda is the Gearhead Garage Conditional Use and Site Plan, that's CUP 100 and SP 180. The applicant is Lone Lockhart. The address is 719 Veterans Memorial Parkway, and current zoning is C3 Highway Commercial. Lone Lockhart seeks conditional use and site plan approval to establish a 2,250 square foot vehicle service and repair shop, and that building was formerly Auto Lube Plus of Warrenton. Okay. Per my report, all site items have been met and are consistent with our current code. The planning and zoning results, they had placed 3 conditions on. No overnight parking in front of the 3 parking spaces in front. No outdoor storage or derelict vehicles, parts, tires, etc. And additional parking spaces, 9 spaces were added. So the engineer, Bart Corman, did update the site plan and added the additional parking spaces.
Was there a car wash attached to that at one time?
I think there was.
A long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
It was taken out about 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I remember that.
The motion for the CUP 100, the motion passed 6-1 with 2 absent and 1 vacancy.
Does anyone have any questions for anyone? We're good?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take a motion for the first reading of bill number 24-25.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Romaker, second by Alderman Lang.
An ordinance of the City of Warrenton, Missouri approving a conditional use permit for certain property located at 719 East Veterans Memorial Parkway to operate a motor vehicle service and repair shop.
I'll take a motion for the second reading of bill number 24-25.
So moved. Second.
Made by Alderman Schultz, second by Alderman Lang.
An ordinance of the City of Warrenton, Missouri approving a conditional use permit for certain property located at 719 East Veterans Memorial Parkway to operate a motor vehicle service and repair shop.
Roll call vote.
Alderman Waite,
Yes.
Alderman Romaker,
Yes.
Alderman Lang,
Yes.
Alderman Schultz,
Yes.
Alderman Crump.
Yes. Passes 5-0, 1 absent.
Okay, the next item is the Gearhead Garage Site Plan, SP 180. It's the same information. A motion passed 6-1 with 2 absent and 1 vacancy.
I'll take a motion for the first reading of bill number 25-25.
So moved.
Second it.
Motion made by Alderman Schultz, second by Alderman Waite.
An ordinance of the City of Warrenton, Missouri approving a site plan for certain property located at 719 East Veterans Memorial Parkway in the city.
Take a motion for the second reading of bill number 25-25.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Romaker, second by Alderman Lang.
An ordinance of the City of Warrenton, Missouri approving a site plan for certain property located at 719 East Veterans Memorial Parkway in the city.
Roll call vote.
Alderman Romaker,
Yes.
Alderman Lang,
Yes.
Alderman Schultz,
Yes.
Alderman Crump,
Yes.
Alderman Waite.
Yes.
Passes 5-0, 1 absent.
The next item is the amendment to the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center site plan, excuse me, SP 181, and it's amending site plan 178. The applicant is the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center, location 601 North State Highway 47. The purpose of the site plan amends the previous site plan, approved site plan SP 178, which the board approved on December 17th of 2024. The original plan included 79 parking spaces on the west side of the building. The revised plan removes 30 of those spaces due to the site development cost. The Dollar General store shares a shared southern entrance is not on the amendment site plan and will not be constructed due to safety concerns with the previous, the proximity to the State Highway 47. Dobbs Tire and Auto Center has received a preliminary email approval from MoDOT to maintain the current entrance configuration. Per my report, all site plan items have been met and are consistent with our current code. So they had removed 30 of the parking spaces on the rear of the building, and they still have plenty to meet code. The southern entrance, there was concern that if a vehicle was pulling out and out of that entrance and a car was making a turn into there, the sight distance is so short that there could be some issues with that. Planning and zoning results, that motion passed 7-0 with 2 absent and 1 vacancy, and the engineer for that project is here as a presentation if you have any questions.
I just have one question. With the reduction in parking spaces, are they required to no overnight parking in front of the building? Are they going to be able to accommodate that?
They still have room in the rear. You can speak with the engineer, but there was no conditions or no mention of.
There's no condition on no overnight parking in front of the building?
Right.
Okay.
So if you have any other questions or presentation, the engineer's here.
He can go ahead with the presentation. That might answer a question I have
Okay.
during this.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the board. My name is Brandon Harp with CDC. We're the civil engineer of record for the project. Here tonight on behalf of Dobbs. As Mr. Burke indicated, we received your approval at the end of last year for the original site plan. We subsequently prepared full construction documents that went out for bid. And because of the topography back there, it really kind of falls off significantly. The site work cost came in much higher than what Dobbs wanted to put onto this project. So you can see here's the original site plan. The building location has not changed. The front parking has not changed. The driveways on the north and the south side going east and west have not changed. It's really, we just removed the westernmost full bay of parking, which is 30 parking spaces. So the clearing limits, the grading limits, the detention basin in the back, and the retaining wall on the north side all either got removed or shifted to the east. We still exceed the city's requirement for on-site parking. The reason why we're here is the city code, as you know, requires anything more than a 10% change in the parking have to come back and get a new site plan reviewed. So they rebid this after we made that change. It came in under budget. And as you probably saw, they're starting to mobilize equipment on the site. They're anxious to get started. There was no discussion on the original approval of the conditional use permit, the rezoning, the plating, or the site plan review to have any limitations on the property. It's a C3 highway district zoning. So we're respectfully asking your approval of this new plan so we can get moving with the infrastructure work.
So you'll still be entering and leaving off of 47, correct?
Correct. The driveway that's shown, it's a full access driveway. It's where one of the existing driveways was on the original property. Right. There was also another driveway north of that driveway that MoDOT requires to close off. They do have a full MoDOT permit in hand at this point, so that has been issued. We did the gray box on the southern part. That was supposed to be a red box, but turned out gray. That is where we originally showed a connection to the Dollar General, but due to concerns of cars going southbound on 47, making a right into the Dollar General, and possibly a Dobbs car coming out and stacked. It's a conflict point, and it deemed pretty dangerous. So MoDOT wanted to keep the same configurations as they had today, and so that's been permitted by Cindy Martin, the MoDOT engineer for this area.
Very good. That you answered the questions I had. Thank you.
Thank you.
And again, I'm sorry to belabor this point. Do you think Dobbs will keep cars under repair behind the building? They won't utilize the front parking for vehicles that aren't going to move for days?
I think they would plan to use all the parking.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is a tire and auto center,
Right.
so it's not a body shop.
Right.
So it would just look like any parking lot with cars parked in it. So no, they would plan to use the whole lot to park their cars.
I was just concerned that a vehicle that may not be repaired for days might be parked out front. It would be better in back.
Well, I think on a project or a store like this, there's always going to be cars in that parking lot. It's a car repair shop. So, but it's not a body shop. So it's not going to be cars that are busted up and dented and things of that nature. They repair tires and do general automotive type work. So no, I would imagine there's going to be cars in that lot all the time, in the front and back. Yeah.
Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I'll take a motion for the first reading of bill number 26-25.
So moved.
Second. Motion made by Alderman Schultz, second by Alderman Lang.
An ordinance of the City of Warrenton, Missouri approving an amended site plan for certain property located at 601 North State Highway 47 in the city.
I'll take a motion for the second reading of bill number 26-25.
So moved.
Second it.
Motion made by Alderman Lang, second by Alderman White.
An ordinance of the City of Warrenton, Missouri approving an amended site plan for certain property located at 601 North State Highway 47 in the city.
Roll call vote.
Alderman Lang?
Yes.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Alderman Waite?
Yes.
Alderman Romaker?
Yes.
As is 5-0, one absent. I'll take a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Schultz, second by Alderman Waite. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? We're so adjourned. Thank you, everyone.